Welcome back, crime fighters. It's time for another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted, the program where you get to help make Calhoun County a better and safer place for all of us by helping us lock up some of the bad guys. I'm your host, Chris Wright. Flying solo today as a lot of the folks from the Sheriff's Office are up at the National Sheriff's Association conference right now, learning about some new things, bringing home some new toys, I'm sure, lots of different ideas and items that can help them do a better job protecting and serving the people of Calhoun County. So we look forward to seeing what they bring back. Right now, let's see what you have brought to us over the last week or so. 5 more arrests this week, thanks to the information that you have provided us. That brings us to a grand total of 3,271 arrests that we attribute to you, the viewers of Calhoun County's Most Wanted over the last 10 or 11 years. So thank you so much for everything that you do to help make Calhoun County a better place for all of us. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the first half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
a crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a rich like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, sad,
just lost.
But now I am
sober,
happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Sonny King Ford, serving our community for over 92 years with the same family ownership. At Sonny King Ford, you always get the best price and service. Always have, always will. Sonny King Ford wants to earn your business one customer at a time. So remember, if you want to pay more for your car or truck, that's your business. But if you want to pay less, well, that's our business. Sonny King Ford, South Quintard, Anniston, Oxford.
Hi, I'm Tina Houston with Family Links, and this is the Parenting Tip of the Week. This month we celebrate the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s monumental legacy and remarkable values can be hard to convey to children of any age. We as parents must find simple ways to help teach the important values he emphasized and ways kids can help keep his dreams and wisdom alive. One value that can be taught is equality. You may begin with a quote by Martin Luther King such as, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." And follow it with a fact such as, Martin Luther King Jr. is most remembered for leading the African American civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s to end segregation, the separation of black people from white people in schools, restaurants, and other public places in the U.S. He fought for equal rights and fair treatment for people of all races or skin colors. Then teach your children. Treat all people the way you want to be treated, with kindness and fairness. Encourage them to think about how we all are different from each other in some ways, but we're all the same in so many ways. Remember, the core values and ethics that we want our children to have are best learned when they watch us acting them out. For more parenting tips, please contact Family Links at 256-820-5911.
And here we go with the first half of this week's lineup. If you recognize someone you know and you have any information about where they can be found, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers at 256-238-1414. We'll have that number for you again here in just a moment. Sean Michael Brantley of Anniston is wanted on bond revocations for burglary, first degree, breaking and entering a vehicle, possession of marijuana, second degree, and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. Seth Garland from Ohatchee, wanted on probation violation for unlawful manufacture of a controlled substance. Christopher Kelly is from Piedmont. He is wanted for failure to appear for the unlawful manufacture of a controlled substance. Clecius Jordan of Anniston, wanted for failure to appear for receiving stolen property, third degree. Lorez Howell of Talladega, wanted for theft of property. Franklin Lambert from Ohatchee, wanted for failure to appear for unlawful manufacture of a controlled substance and failure to appear for possession of marijuana, second degree, and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And Jeffrey Hudson from Anniston, wanted on bond revocation for receiving stolen property, first degree. Here's that number again. If you know anybody in this lineup or where they can be found, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers at 256-238-1414. We've got more bad guys for you. Don't worry, we'll have the second half of this week's lineup coming up in just a few minutes. But right now, let's talk about something good in the community. We always like to do that as well. Matt Garrett is joining us. Matt is the Cub Master.
Yes.
All right, for Cub Scout Pack 9 in Anniston. And that's where my son William is also in Scouts. I was a Scout myself, and really excited about taking him through the ranks with that. And we appreciate the work that you and so many other people put into it. There is a lot involved with being a Cub Master, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
we just got through with Martin Luther King weekend and celebrating that holiday. And a lot of people don't realize this, but Martin Luther King Jr. was a Cub Scout himself.
Yeah, Boy Scout.
A Boy Scout. Was it Boy Scout or Cub Scout?
Boy Scout.
Okay.
From the ages of 11 to 13.
At a church over in Atlanta where they met, and they still have the Scout troop there at that church. Yes. That's some pretty big shoes to step into for the Scouts over there.
Yes.
But if you look at a list of successful people in this country, and actually not just in this country, but around the world, you're going to find a lot of people that were involved in scouting.
Sure. The ones that come off, I remember Steven Spielberg, Eagle Scout. Gerald Ford, President Gerald Ford, was an Eagle Scout. So.
It really is a great organization that gets kids moving in the right direction. They learn some responsibility for themselves and so many things that you learn as a Scout.
Yes. What I've discovered is that Scouting has created a space, so to speak, an environment for me to teach and instill into my son the values and principles and life skills that I want him to learn.
And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't realize. It's not just about while they're at the pack meetings or the troop meetings. It is when that Scout comes home and the things that you do in home around that framework.
Yeah, and it's part of the requirements for their rank advancement. And some of the stuff is to sit down and plan an emergency plan for your family in case there's a fire. And like, yeah, we need to do this, but what other time am I going to actually sit down and be intentional and do that? But Scouting requires us to do that. It makes me a better parent, a better person.
It requires you to actually speak with your child about things that may be hard to just bring up. You know, we always talk about how hard it is to get our kids' attention these days and to have those conversations that we know we need to have, and then they slip by us. And we don't talk to our kids for a while about the things that they're involved in, and the longer we go, the harder it is to get those conversations going. Scouting just helps keep the parents and the kids working on something together.
And the children want to advance. They want to get that badge, and it's like, okay, well, let's cut off the screens and talk about our faith, talk about honesty, whatever the requirement is to advance.
Talk about toy cars. You've got one with you right now.
Yes, Saturday, January the 24th, we're having our Pinewood Derby, and this is part of the fun of Scouting.
Has there ever been a little kid that didn't like toy cars, or at least boys?
Well, the dads are just as excited about the Pinewood Derby as well. We take a block of wood, we turn it into a car, and we race them. And we're doing that Saturday. And that's part of the fun of Scouting, Cub Scouting.
William and I have been working on his car. He's very excited because last year was his first Pinewood Derby. And he did actually get a medal for having the fastest boy-built car. So he was very excited about that.
Yes, we give out awards for design as well as not just racing.
So what's the theme of this car? Is this your son's car?
Yes, this is my son's car from a couple of years ago. I think Spider-Man was pretty popular then, and the lizard guy, the doctor that turned himself to a lizard. Yeah, that's
the lizard guy.
Yeah, right. From Spider-Man. That was kind of what we're going for here.
All right. One of the things that William likes the most about Cub Scouts is getting all the different patches and such. You've obviously got quite a few here.
Yes. I was a boy in I was a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout, and achieved the rank of Eagle as well. And now as I've grown up and into adulthood, I constantly rely on those things that I learned in scouting. The leadership, the character, all the things that we learned has really equipped me for adulthood, parenting, marriage. I learn more and more how important it has been to me.
What are some of these patches that you've got on Maine?
Well, here's our council, the Greater Alabama Council. There's 22 counties in our state. It's one of the second largest councils in the southern region. This is our troop number, 9, and then my Cub Master badge, and I also received training, so they give me a training strip. This is the lodge. It's like a service lodge in our council. It goes with the Greater Alabama. The Coosa Lodge. We had an event in Decatur called Scout Fest, and all the 22 county.
That was a huge event.
It was a huge event in Decatur, and it was a lot of fun. And this is the patch for that. When I was a boy, I earned these badges here. This is the Religious Award. Scouts are big on faith. And then this is the Arrow of Light, the highest rank in Cub Scouts. I earned that. This is my Eagle badge. When you become an adult, you don't get to wear the badges. Like, this is where the boys get to wear them. But when you're an adult, this remains blank, and you turn them into knots, and you wear them up here. This is a unique award. This is the Heroism Award. It's one of the awards given out for saving a life.
Wow.
One of the 3, yeah, so I've gotten to wear that since. When I was in the 8th grade, a boy was choking in class, and I performed the Heimlich maneuver, and I learned that from my first aid merit badge, and the boy credited me for saving his life, so council did the paperwork or whatever, and National presented me with the Heroism Award.
Very cool. All right, well, we need to take a break. When we come back, I know we got a lot of events that the Scouts in this area are going to be involved in here over the spring and summer, and maybe even before we get into the spring. So we'll talk about that when we come back on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was.
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
Just lost. But now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Sonny King Ford, serving our community for over 92 years with the same family ownership. At Sonny King Ford, you always get the best price and service. Always have, always will. Sonny King Ford wants to earn your business one customer at a time. So remember, if you want to pay more for your car or truck, that's your business. But if you want to pay less, well, that's our business. Sonny King Ford, South Quintard, Anniston, Oxford.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
And here's the second half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Elon Boswell of Weaver, wanted on bond revocation for second-degree theft of property. Carolyn Bell, she's from Piedmont, wanted on probation violation for unlawful manufacture of a controlled substance. Amy Cotton from Jacksonville wanted for failure to appear for possession of a forged instrument, 3rd degree. Roxanne Dalton is from Anniston, wanted for failure to appear for passing bad checks. Ashley Watley of Hobson City wanted for failure to appear for harassment. Damian Fluker of Anniston, a deadbeat dad, he owes $58,074 in child support. And another deadbeat dad, Demris Alman of Anniston, he owes $10,061 in back child support. If you have any information about anybody in any of these cases, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers at 256-238-1414. The Crime Stoppers segment of the show coming up in just a few minutes. We'll talk about some unsolved crimes. Maybe you can give us a little bit of information that can help us solve them. Remember, we need your information, not your name, and you could get a cash reward of up to $1,000. That's a good reason to stick around. But also because we're talking to Matt Garrett, the Cub Master for Pack 9 here in Anniston, and my kid's Cub Master. So we've got the event coming up this Saturday with the Pinewood Derby. He's very excited about that. But that's just the first of a lot of things that are going to be going on this year. If your kids aren't involved in Scouts, there's a lot of fun things that happen. So what have we got coming?
February is a big month for Scouting. It is the anniversary of the beginning of Scouting in America. And so February, we have a lot of events. Starting with February 7th, that Saturday, we're having a Scout Strong run. You can participate in a 10K, a 5K, or a 1-mile run at one of our camps, Camp Sequoia, which is down 431 from here. And that starts at 8, and there'll be awards for the runners, and all like you would do for a 5K event or 10K event. So that, then for our pack, we're having a Scout Sunday. Many units are sponsored by churches, and the Scouts have a Scout Sunday, and we'll have that on the 8th. At St. Mark United Methodist Church, and the boys will participate in the worship service, and also those who have earned their religious awards will receive those at that time in that service. So that's one way we celebrate the anniversary of Scouting.
All right, also, so no actual campouts during February, right? Because it's a little cold.
No,
All right,
but if you do, you may get a polar bear patch if it goes under 32 degrees.
Yeah, we barely missed that on a camp out we did a little while ago.
Yes, that's a coveted award for Cub Scouts.
So what else coming up after February?
Well, we partner with the public library here in Anniston. Mm-hmm. They make Valentines for the nursing homes and then assisted living facilities in the area, and the Boy Scouts partner with them, and we deliver those on Valentine's Day. So we'll wear our uniforms, and we'll go and wish people a happy Valentine's Day and give them a Valentine card that's specially made for them.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
We do that. And then also the Blue and Gold Banquet is our birthday party for Scouting, and that's what the Cub Scouts do. And we come together and we eat and we give out awards and we have an entertainment, and there's a lot of cake. We have a cake competition that the parents and the boy make cakes, and we do that. And then the boys receive, those who have earned it are Weeblos who are preparing for Boy Scouts. They will receive their Arrow of Light, which is the highest rank in Cub Scouting.
That's the one you got right over there.
Yes, and they'll prepare to go on to Boy Scouts in March.
Yeah. I did the Boy Scouts, and I never quite made it to Eagle. I did get into the Order of the Arrow, but we can't talk about that here. You know, first rule of Order of the Arrow, you don't talk about Order of the Arrow, right? You can talk about it, you just can't say what you do on the camp out. It was actually a very intense experience for me, but I had some family stuff going on, and I won't get into all that, but I'll never forget that weekend, I promise you. So anything else? I'm sure the summer will be packed with campouts and
Yes,
such.
we have day camp in the summer for our Cub Scouts. Also, there's a Weeblos encampment, which we have at our camp, at Camp Comer. We usually have that. Also, at part of the February celebration, February 28th is a Saturday at Quintard Mall. We have our district Pinewood Derby. So units from all over the area will come to Quintard around mid-morning and race our Pinewood Derbies there. And then those who win there will go on to the council-wide event.
Do we know how many kids there are in the scouting in Calhoun County?
I don't know those numbers, but I know there's a unit in Heflin and Saxe, Oxford, Jacksonville.
Lots of different, even if you don't want to join Pack 9 or Troop 9, there's a troop or pack somewhere near you.
And if there's not, you can help start one.
That might take a little bit more work than some of the viewers are thinking about, but maybe there is somebody that wants to do that. You know, my dad was a scoutmaster. My brother was a cub master up in Illinois. So
my dad was our cub master and our scoutmaster.
Cool. Yeah. So lots of neat experiences there. And again, the father-son experiences together is really, you know, what I'm valuing so much out of this right now as William's getting into it.
Yeah. And I think I'm enjoying it more now as an adult than I remember as a child. And plus, those in scouting, they're great families that are fun to hang out with and camp with, and just good people to be with and and raise your children around.
So if somebody does want to sign up, is now a good time?
Yes, it is a very good time, because particularly for our unit, because we are rechartering, we're re-registering in March. So you can pay a full dues of $65 for the whole year and get started.
What's the website so anybody can go get more information? Do we remember that?
It's Cub Scout Pack 9, I think.
I think that's right, yeah.
And then we also have a Facebook page that's Cub Scout Pack 9 as well. And there's a link to that on the Facebook page and a link on the website to the Facebook. So.
All right, very cool. Matt, good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Enjoyed it.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the Crime Stopper segment of the show and our Crazy Criminal of the Week on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was
homeless,
Broken. Sad.
Just lost. But now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Sonny King Ford, serving our community for over 92 years with the same family ownership. At Sonny King Ford, you always get the best price and service. Always have, always will. Sonny King Ford wants to earn your business one customer at a time. So remember, if you want to pay more for your car or truck, that's your business. But if you want to pay less, well, that's our business. Sonny King Ford, South Quintard, Anniston, Oxford.
And here is the Crime Stoppers portion of our show today. We're going to tell you about some unsolved crimes. We hope you can help us with one or more of them. On January 4th, a chainsaw and pressure washer were stolen from a storage building located on Fish Hatchery Road in East Aboga. That's a busy area this week. On New Year's Eve, a concrete saw was stolen from a residence also on Fish Hatchery Road there in East Aboga. Between December 8th and December 26th, a Husqvarna chainsaw was stolen from this residence on Wellington Drive. Between January 2nd and 3rd, a Kawasaki Recon utility vehicle and a Remington 22 rifle were stolen from a building located on Mud Street in Ohatchee. Between New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, a white Dodge Ram truck was broken into while it was parked at a residence on Wellington Road in Wellington. A chainsaw and a 300 mag Ruger rifle were stolen from the truck. The chainsaw was recovered near the residence. Between December 30th and December 31st, 2 chainsaws were stolen from a barn on Vineyard Drive in Wellington. Between January 2nd and 3rd, some hand tools and saws were stolen from a residence on Mud Street in Lincoln. Between December 23rd and December 29th, an S&W rifle and a rangefinder were stolen from this residence on Fish Hatchery Lane in East Aboga. And between December 20th and December 29th, a Husqvarna chainsaw and an air compressor were stolen from a storage building located on Fish Hatchery Lane in East Aboga. Also between December 20th and January 6th, various electronics were stolen from this residence on Gatlin Road in Oxford. If you have any information about these cases or any others, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers. They want your information, not your name. You could get a cash reward of up to $1,000. The number is 256-238-1414.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Our crazy criminal this week is a man by the name of Douglas Stewart. He is Englishman. Went into a betting shop in England and tried to rob the place. The problem is he used a note telling them that he wanted them to hand over the money. The note was written on a letter that he had received from them telling him that he was no longer allowed to be in the shop. So of course it had all of his personal information right there on the note. He had tried to disguise himself because obviously they knew who he was there. He had put toilet tissue all over his face and tried to disguise his voice by putting toilet tissue inside his mouth. Sadly, it did not work. They recognized him and he has been arrested. So if you're going to try to rob a place, a better disguise hopefully than toilet paper on your face and in your mouth, and don't hand over a sheet that has your name and personal information on it. That's always a good rule to follow for all of you up-and-coming criminals out there. Of course, the best rule is don't become a criminal. We appreciate you tuning in for Calhoun County's Most Wanted this week and every week. If you tuned in late and missed the beginning of this week's show, you probably missed the lineup for this week. Don't worry, you can go to Facebook and you can see that anytime that you like to. And also, of course, we've got a Facebook video for the crimes that we have during the Crime Stoppers segment of the show. That's all there for you at the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. We thank you for watching this week. We'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
My name is Kevin Riggin. I'm the General Manager here at Sunny King Honda, and I would like to personally invite you in to take advantage of all the great deals we have here at Sunny King Honda this month, like 0.9% on all 2014 Accords.
Sunny King Honda, your 6-time President's Award winner. Check out our new and used inventory at sunnykinghonda.com.
Remember, Sunny King Honda, we're here to serve you. Sunny King Honda, where customer satisfaction is king.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Sunny King Ford, serving our community for over 92 years with the same family ownership. At Sunny King Ford, you always get the best price and service. Always have, always will. Sunny King Ford wants to earn your business one customer at a time. So remember, if you want to pay more for your car or truck, that's your business. But if you want to pay less, well, that's our business. Sunny King Ford, South Quintard, Anniston, Oxford.